What is your American dream?
My American dream is to have all the people in this country unite under the fact no racism, no discrimination, no people that make billions when other people are suffering.
For that people to have honest conversations, to care about each other, and to have equal rights.
My American dream is an America where we fully engage the ideals of freedom, liberty, and justice for all people, not based on the color of your skin tone, your access to money and resources, your ability to pay your way through a legal system or a litigious process to obtain something like health care.
I hope America will be one day like Martin Luther King tried so hard for equality. We are all the same. We are all the same. There's no race, there is no nationality, nothing. We are created by God and we are all the same, and that's what we have to be in this country.
My American dream is that this truly does become a place where we can all coexist and have liberty and justice for all.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! Groundhogs resist! Groundhogs resist! Oh, hello everybody! I'm just out here with my friends George and Maxine and Shirley and my biggest fan, and we're out here protesting because Donald Trump has weakened the Endangered Species Act! What is this all about? First of all, in case you don't know what an endangered species is, it's an animal, a tree, coral fungus, insect. It can be any form of life. That includes humans. That's right. And you know, researchers assess which species are endangered, so it's not a joke. There's a reason they're on the list. But we all know that Donald Trump doesn't really believe in protecting animals or the environment. I mean, he thinks climate change is fake news and that the planet's just gonna fix itself on its own. I don't know where he gets these insane ideas. Even groundhogs know climate change is real. He should live in a tree sometime and figure it out. So we're out here protesting for all of the animals of the planet. The Trump administration announced that next month in September, they're gonna change the Endangered Species Act in the United States. And this is gonna mean less protection for species who need protection. And if it makes more sense economically to drill, they can do so. Well, of course it's gonna make sense to drill, but not in the long term, people. It's like he really doesn't care if all the animals and all the fauna get destroyed. And if that happens, we're not gonna have much of a planet left. And you know, this means that a bunch of animals we all know and love are gonna be in danger. We're talking about polar bears and seals and cranes and whales. We need all of them on the planet. This is just not right. We animals have to stick together. And humans, yeah, that means you too. You might have bigger brains and you might have working thumbs, but you are animals just like we are. And the planet is as much your home as it is ours. So do what me and my ilk are doing and protest. Write to your congressmen and your senators and write to the White House and tell them that endangered species matter, not to roll back the Endangered Species Act. And remember, hug a hog and groundhogs resist. Groundhogs resist. Groundhogs resist. Anyway, did you miss yesterday's episode of Bradshaw Live? Well, in case you did, Yonathan Elias went to the Dean John Fashion Show where his models were all contestants in this year's Miss Immigrant USA pageant. It looked amazing and the styles looked lovely. All right, now is the time you have all been waiting
Thursday, hello everybody! Thursday, August 22nd. Almost the end of the summer. We got about a week and change left of summer.
Where is summer going?
Where is summer going?
I don't know what happened there.
What, with the whole summer thing?
Yeah, like I blinked, I went to the beach just once, and then it was over.
Right.
I'm not okay with that. Brad, you've traveled, you've gallivanted.
I have
around the world.
gallivanted. I gallivanted.
You have the world.
Yeah, I have gallivanted more this year than any other year in my life.
Really?
Yeah, and I do, my calendar year is not January to January.
Okay.
The government's calendar year is October to October. But I'm a few days before the government because my birthday is September 27th. So I have in my head, my calendar year is birthday to birthday.
So September to September.
So when I'm 50 years old, this is what I did. When I'm
that's a good 50.
When I'm 51 years old, that's how I...
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
All right, so I went all over the world this year. You want me to list?
Let's
them.
list some places.
List all of them or some?
List all of them.
All of them. You want to know every place I've been?
Every single
all
one.
of them.
All right, starting at my birthday last year.
Right.
Sicily, Florence, Venice. Then Puerto Rico.
Amazing.
Then Thailand.
That's right.
Then Maldives. Then Dubai. Then Austria. Then St. Lucia. Then Paris. Then Vietnam, Cambodia, and where else did I go? And Laos.
Yep.
Hong Kong on the way back.
Uh-huh.
God.
That's another country. And then back to Italy and Amsterdam.
Man.
Do you know how many that is?
How many is
16 countries.
Wow.
16 countries
In one year. Less than a year.
Well, wait,
Right.
the first 4 were cities in a country.
Oh.
Okay, but it was 16
that's
different
different
destinations.
destinations.
16 destinations.
And that means that it's dozens of cities.
Yes.
Like, because you travel, you don't just go to a country and stay in one place
Right,
the
right,
whole
right.
time.
Because I mean, Thailand was 3 different destinations.
Right.
It was Phuket,
Yeah.
Chiang Mai, and Bangkok.
Oh, those are good. Those are
Wow.
good
I'm gonna
destinations.
tell you something. Bangkok,
You didn't.
crazy stuff goes on over
Yeah.
there. in Bangkok.
You didn't hit one of the
Right.
coasts.
They don't end the name of the city with cock for no reason.
You
Don't
got,
you
oh
care?
my goodness. You got some people mad.
What are they mad about? I didn't take them with me?
I didn't hear Jamaica, Uncle Brad.
Oh, I thought they were mad that I didn't. You know how many times I've been to Jamaica?
How many?
How many?
Like 30.
Okay, that's fair.
And how many times have I been?
Like 30
Zero.
times.
We've been
So weren't we supposed to all go as a group?
Maybe
and-
we'll do a trip. We'll do a Bradshaw live. I've been all over Jamaica. So
Listen.
I mean, in
So
other
you
words,
could take us around.
yeah. In other words, I've been to Kingston. I've been to Montego Bay, and I've been up to Ocho Rios.
I say we host.
Right.
I say we
And I've
host
been there like
a live show.
and I've been to
out
all
there.
3 of those places multiple times. So it's not like I went once.
Right.
So I feel, to my Jamaican friends,
Yeah.
I have given you, I have seen it, I've done Jamaica, but I haven't seen the rest of the world. So don't be offended.
Okay, here's a crazy question. If we were to do a Bradshaw live show direct from Jamaica
With a live fish.
in
Bradshaw
what-
live
with
fish.
the Bradshaw live fish.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Live fish.
Live fish.
Of course. You
Yes.
remember that? from
When we go on the road,
We take the Bradshaw live
we take
fish.
the Bradshaw live fish.
Oh,
we have
live fish,
We
yes.
have a little fish tank and we put him right here in the middle.
The one
That's
that
right.
died.
He-
We
yes.
don't tell people that. He
it's-
went to a farm. He went to a fish farm.
We're reincarnated that
Right,
fish.
exactly.
Right.
I
So
want
what?
a
So
live-
what?
I
So
want
what's gonna
live-
happen? So what's
But
gonna
I want
happen?
a live audience. I
So
want to
what's
make
gonna
sure.
happen?
That's what I'm saying. So
I
what
did.
city
By
would
the
we
way,
be in?
I did a live audience in Jamaica like 25 years ago on my radio show in the parking lot for those who live in Jamaica in Kingston, Jamaica, in the parking lot of Hot 102.
Wow.
And we set up a live show with me answering immigration questions. It was radio, and we had about 400 or 500 people come
Wow.
and sit in a parking lot to watch me answer immigration questions.
I say we do that again.
I say we do. I want to know in the comments from the Brad Squad right now, if we did a show from Jamaica, would you come? And if you would, what city would it have to be in Jamaica? That's what
And
I want
what
to know.
radio
It would have
station?
to-
What radio station should we contact to get the word out? as
It
well?
would have to be either New Kingston.
Yeah.
It would have to be New Kingston because that's the biggest city.
That's the biggest city.
There we go.
Right.
All right, so New Kingston.
Right.
If we have a live show in New Kingston, I want to know in the comments,
Would you come?
would you be there?
Now, I want you to know something.
Tell me.
Years ago,
Yeah.
the first time I went to Jamaica, I flew. They didn't have road back then. It was like a bumpy road from Kingston to Montego Bay.
Okay.
So I went business Kingston.
Okay.
And then I met my family in Montego Bay. But I had to take a little puddle jumper. I'm not a scared flyer anymore, but at the time,
Right.
I was petrified of tiny planes.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I
Yes,
still don't like
I'm
them.
petrified. And I will never forget that I had a bottle of water in my hand, and the plane's not pressurized. So when the plane goes up in the air, the top to the bottle
Popped up.
Oh,
snap.
and it made such a loud noise that I swear to God, I jumped out of my seat. I thought the plane had a bomb on it.
Oh my God.
And I yelled, I'm like, oh my! And it took me like 25 seconds just to calm down. I really thought I was gonna die.
Oh, that would kill
That
me.
was probably, I am telling you the truth, that was probably, if you had to list one of the top 10 moments in my life where you think you're about to die,
Right.
that would be one of them.
That
But
sounds like top 3
Now,
to me.
obviously,
Sheesh.
there were no moments in my life where I was close to death. But you know, those moments where you're like, oh my God,
I
you
could
know?
have.
I could have.
Yeah.
But it was a bottle cap and not a bomb.
But it still
Wow.
made you face your own mortality, and that's really all that matters here, Brad.
Correct. First Lady Hewitt says Ira FM.
Ah,
All right.
we got Zip 103 as well. A lot of people are telling us Kingston, Jamaica, and more importantly,
New Kingston.
New Kingston.
Yep, I know that.
And-
I'm like, when I go to Jamaica, I'm like an honorary citizen.
Yeah.
They said
Yes,
that.
right. Except I got into a fight one time. I got into a fight one time. You want to hear a funny story about going to Kingston, Jamaica?
Okay.
Okay. I got into a fight one time with the customs guy, and I was this close to getting arrested.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, because every time I went down to Kingston to do a seminar or something, years ago I used to go in a lot and do seminars down in Jamaica. And one time I brought promotional pens, Spar and Bernstein promotional pens.
Okay.
So I come off the plane, and the customs agent says, what do you got? You have any merchandise? I said, yeah, I have promotional pens. He goes, how many? I go, I don't know. I took a
that a
box.
thing?
I don't know. I said, I took a box. It's a box of pens.
Right.
And he goes, how many pens are in there? And I go, I don't know. And he goes, well, open up the box. And he made me count them.
What?
And it was like over like 1,000 pens.
And you had to count every single one
I
of
was
them.
like, and I was cursing this guy out. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take my pens, my brain. I'm going back to America. I don't, you're making me sit in there and count pens.
Right.
And then after a while, I was just like taking like a big globs of them and like, here, 10, 20, 30. And then the guy was like, no, you're not counting them. I swear to God. And I almost got arrested because I was ready to punch the guy in the face.
So what you end up doing?
I told him to count them, the last 100. I said, I'm not counting anymore.
Good for you.
So you counted 900?
900, he counted. And he's
Way
like,
to-
oh, no, no, no.
Way to draw the line, Brad.
And that was the last time I ever brought any promotional material to Jamaica. I said, I'm just showing up with my underwear.
That's fair. I'm sure that yielded just as positive results, I gotta say, than the pens.
So anyone who has a Spar and Bernstein pen in Jamaica, you don't know what the trouble I had. You don't know what I had to do to get that pen to you. All right, let's say hello to Jessica Leamy, Joelle Reed, Mia Montauk, Kayanne Forrester, Dolly Superman. Do you think any of the Brad squad from other countries in the United States would come down to Jamaica for a Brad squad?
I wouldn't be surprised.
For a Brad squad, I don't know if it would be a reunion. It can't be a reunion because we never actually met all together at
Right.
one time.
It wouldn't be a reunion.
What would we call it? Brad
Special-
Squad Convention.
There you
We
go.
could have a Brad Squad Convention. Brad Squad
That's what it
Convention.
would be.
Right.
A con.
We could, yes.
BradCon.
BradCon.
A BradCon.
BradCon. Can you
Wow.
imagine BradCon in New Kingston, Jamaica?
I
feel like people would actually fly there.
Would people show up for BradCon?
Listen, I feel like we could sell
Yeah.
3 tiers of different
Right.
types of tickets to BradCon.
Why don't we try
That
to
sounds pretty awesome.
Let's set up something, but maybe we should be storming something in New
That's true. That
Kingston.
is the 2019 thing, to be storming
maybe
stuff.
we should storm something. What can we storm in Kingston, Jamaica? We don't know.
A cool... The beach.
The
Let's
beach.
storm the beach.
Storm the beach.
Definitely down for that.
I'm so down for that.
They can't stop us all. We'll all get in the water.
Listen, I'm definitely down for that.
All right, Angela Barrett, how are you? Jessica Levy, Joelle Monteroyo, Adetu Conde, how are you as well? Dion Watson and Christy Consali, Julian. Who else we got here? And Lynn Brown, Dawn Harriet, Myrtle Ray, Sankey White, Jeff Bosey, Raphael Pizzuti, Abigail Taylor Watson, JJ Jameen, and on, what do we call this? YouTube. Sexy Shan Myers, Deanna 1982, Raheem Youssef, D Bean saying hello, Tarafina Anderson, Tally, Princess Black, Jean Love, Rococo Chocolat, Scarlet Knight, and Andreen Spence, Ver James, and everybody else. We spent way too much time talking about our BradCon in Jamaica, so I couldn't say hello to everybody.
Too much? Is it too much?
Too much time on BradCon.
Well,
BradCon 2019.
That means we need to make it happen.
Is it BradCon 2019 or BradCon 2020?
I think it's got to be 2020.
It's gotta be
You think we
2020.
can pull off a con in 4 months?
Oh, we can pull off any con in 4
What?
months. All right. I mean,
What kind of operation do you think this is, Brad?
It's gonna be Ocean's 28.
That's right. Or Ocean's 4, because it's going to be
4.
like 5 of us trying to make this happen.
By the way, we got a woman who is a Jamaican in the Brad Squad Spotlight. Her name is Suzanne Johnson. She's a Jamaican immigrant living in Florida and considers herself an old soul. She loves to go to eat, read, go to the movies, listens to 1970s and 1980s old school reggae. I like that.
That's right.
I like old school reggae. The last movie she went to see was Cold Pursuit with Liam Neeson.
Wow, she's beautiful.
She loves Liam Neeson so much, she even named her son after him.
Wow.
Liam Neeson's most famous line, I have special skills.
Yeah.
You're what does he say when he's
From
like
Taken.
from Taken, right?
Yeah,
I have
a special set of
I have
skills.
a very special set of skills. Of course, her favorite activity, besides going to the movies and listening to reggae music and eating and reading, those were the top.
Right.
But at somewhere between 6 and 7,
Okay.
her next favorite activity is watching Bradshaw Live. Now, she says one of her favorite activities is watching Bradshaw Live. I'm making that up.
course.
She's learned so much that she can give her friends a little immigration advice, but she's always proud to refer people to Spar and Bernstein. Aw, thank you very much. She says, and I'm quoting Suzanne Johnson. This is a quote.
Okay.
Keep up the good work, guys. You are a blessing to us immigrants.
Oh,
that's
yes,
awesome.
that's very, very nice. That's very, very nice.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Also,
What?
I love the fun fact that she named her son after Liam Neeson.
I like that. That's a great one.
pretty
That's
awesome.
a crazy
Yes.
fun fact. Good
Yes.
for her. That's a real
I
fan.
never really met anybody who named their son after Liam Neeson before.
I've never met someone who's named their son after a celebrity, I think.
What?
Oh,
Have
I've heard
you?
that.
Really?
I've heard that a lot.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking at one.
Yeah.
Who are you named after?
All right. Interns. You ready, interns?
Oh.
Because the interns know my daughter.
Yeah.
Okay? Interns. Gabriella was named because we like the name Gabriella.
Right.
Her middle name
Uh-huh.
is Reese.
Okay.
Because we like the name Reese Witherspoon.
Oh,
and
wow.
most people spell Reese R-E-E-C-E.
Yeah.
But we spelled it the way Reese
Reese
Witherspoon with an
spells it.
S.
Oh.
That's really cool.
Yes, so we did Reese for her middle name.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now
so
you have to meet her and tell her.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know. Now you know somebody who named their
Right.
child after a celebrity.
That's amazing.
Yes.
The other thing I know is that somebody is probably going to be getting an angry phone call in the next 30
That
seconds
is
or so.
correct.
for
Does she know
sharing
that?
his daughter's middle name.
I will tell you one other thing.
Yeah.
You will know
Yeah.
the year Gabby was born
Uh-huh.
by looking up the year.
Sweet Home Alabama came
No,
out?
not Sweet Home Alabama, the one when she goes to law school.
Oh, Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde.
So wait. So I think are we talking 2000?
2003.
Oh, yes. That is truly
That's
wonderful.
hilarious.
All right,
is
everybody,
wonderful.
why don't you go listen? I want you to listen this time. Don't just be like, oh, Yonathan in Belgium came in telling me to
Right.
share. I can go. No music yet. No music yet. Cut the music. I don't want you to, this is not a bathroom break time. Okay? Because when I see Yonathan in Belgium Kim telling everybody to share, everyone's going to the bathroom. They're going to get a beer out of the
Right.
refrigerator. They're going to cut themselves a nice piece of apple pie. Get on the couch and get
sounds good.
relaxed.
Where's
no,
that piece of
this
apple
is the time to listen to Jonathan in Belgium Kim.
That's right.
We are tired You want to know what we're tired about?
That's right.
What?
Tired of the same numbers for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
The same exact numbers. 400 people, 450 people watching. We want to get since middle of summer. It's between YouTube and Facebook. We've been around 400 to 450 people simultaneously watching each show.
Right.
Yes.
Okay? And you want to know what? Julian the TriCaster guy says to me, Brad, I'm tired of playing the TriCaster for 450 people. You better get some more people to watch this thing, or I'm going to find another job where I can play the TriCaster for at least 500 people.
Man, he's really bringing the hammer down on
He
you.
was
That
really
Julian.
angry at me.
Whoa.
All right?
Ice
So
cream
I
truck.
want everybody to listen to Yonathan. He has very good advice on how to get us to 500. And then after he's done, Belgium Kim has equally as good advice on how to get us. If we get to 500 today,
Yes.
we will do BradCon 2020.
Wow.
BradCon
Wow.
2020.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Who wants
yeah.
BradCon 2020 in Jamaica?
I know I do.
All right, maybe that'll get you to even push them harder.
That's true.
Oh, we gotta
That's
think.
true.
We gotta think of some.
All right,
some
now play the
different
music.
ways now.
Now play the
Talk, talk.
music.
This
Let's
is
go.
your moment, man.
This
One
is your
shot,
moment.
one opportunity.
All right, guys, listen up. If you want us to come to Jamaica and do BradCon 2020,
BradCon
you have to
2020.
make sure we get to what?
500 simultaneously. Right now we're at
500.
224 between YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
This can definitely happen. Let me tell you how. Everybody in your household, every device you have, make sure that it's turned on and it's on the show, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. Do that right now. And what I want you guys to do personally right now, it's just coming up to my
By the
my
way,
mind.
I'm sorry.
Wait, before I
Okay.
forget, I need you guys to call at least 3 people. Each and every one of you guys that's watching right now, I need you to call at least 3 people. Forget texting it to them, all right? I need you to call them, say, turn it on right now. We can get to 500 literally right now. Now, what were you gonna say?
I was just going to say that First Lady Hewitt just made me laugh. She writes, "Oh my God, Brad, I swear you're bionic. How do you know I did all of that while Yo-Yo's talking about sharing?"
Wow, see?
Right?
Exactly.
Exactly. You want to know why?
Why?
Because during the national anthem of the Super Bowl,
That's true.
okay, everybody goes to the bathroom and the water
This is
pressure
true.
goes down a lot. I know that. So I said when Yonathan, we don't sing the Star Spangled Banner, but this is like the equivalent
This
of
is
singing the
our-
Star Spangled Banner.
Well,
It's like
very important. It's an
it's
important part
It's
of
important part of the show, but it's not. The game.
Right.
But if they had been paying attention, they would probably already have some Tinder dates, because I told y'all to share in Tinder like 3 days ago, and let me tell you, that would have been a great first line, family. If you
See?
haven't done it, do it today.
By the way, we got a lot of comedians today.
Yeah, we
Jeff Mosey says, "I might have to share today on my page just so Brad can freak out about splurging for all the plane tickets for the staff to go to Jamaica."
Thank you, Jeff Mosey.
No idea how accurate that is. Hold tight. That's awesome.
I'm going to tell you something. Jeff Mosey must also be bionic.
Yeah, we are mic'd. So we are absolutely mic'd.
So please, if you can call 3 people right now, I want you to put in the comments, I just called 3 people and got them to watch, subscribe, and share. Okay, I need you guys to do this right now because we can make this happen. We all can do this together. I want you guys to prove him wrong, all right? Because he doesn't think you guys can. I know you can, all right? So also, we definitely need you guys to join the Brad Squad group, okay? That's on Facebook. You guys get a lot of incentives. You get the first 5 social media questions, all right? We don't get to every single social media question, so you get a guaranteed first 5 people who put in their social media questions in the group. You'll definitely get your answers, all right? And now for Facebook. After you have called your 3 people, I need you guys to share. All you have to do is click that little arrow that says share it to anybody's page, share it to groups, share it in a text message, share it to all your social medias, but please make sure you tell your friends and family to share as well. Also put all your comments in the section. I'm gonna go fast with this because we need to get to the most important part of the show, all right? And make sure you like, love, smiley face, wow face, sad face, mad face, whatever you feel like. Whatever you're feeling about whatever we're talking about, I need you guys to show it to us in the comment sections and with pressing that little button, all right? Show us some love. And Kimmy, what are we gonna do on YouTube?
On YouTube, the first thing that you guys are gonna do is make sure that you've subscribed to the channel, fam. Come on, do it. What are you waiting for? The very next thing you need to do, I'm gonna switch things up a little bit today.
All right.
I would like to steal Yonathan's idea just a little bit, and on YouTube, I'm gonna tweak it, make it custom just for you guys. I want you guys, once you call, and I'll even let you guys text your person, I want you to tag that person in the comments that you just got to join. I want proof, people. I want proof that you are bringing all your friends, and I want you guys to be chatting each other in the comments, because that's how needy I am today, people.
Yes.
Also, make sure that you hit that share button in the most traditional sense possible. Hit copy link. You can get those people to join that feed and tag them by pasting that link as a text, as an Instagram DM, as a tweet. Like I told y'all earlier, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, all open platforms too, to paste that link and let someone know to share, and then you can tag them.
Facebook is showing out right now, and I want YouTube to do the same, because my Facebook Brad Squad, Apple, Nadira Young said, me and my friend locked in, and guess what? I'm about to call 2 more people.
Hey!
So I mean, we need proof like that,
Yeah.
all right?
That's 100% a fact. First Lady Hewitt is out here tagging the people that are joining. That's what I want to see on YouTube, fam. Also, make sure that you've given us all the thumbs ups, because it makes us feel real good. And now's the time you've all been waiting for. It's time to schmooze with Brad.
All right, so yesterday Donald Trump said he's seriously looking at birthright citizenship despite the 14th Amendment. What the 14th Amendment says, and I'm paraphrasing it because I haven't memorized the exact wording of it, but basically says that any person who is born within the territory of the United States of America is a citizen of the United States, period. Mm-hmm. And it came about from slavery.
Right.
Because prior to the Civil War and the end of slavery, the slaves were not considered citizens of the United States. Right. So the 14th Amendment came about as a result of the end of slavery, giving everybody, still fighting for equality, but it's certainly equal right to become a citizen. Now, Donald Trump says he is going to make an executive order. He says he can make an executive order to overturn the 14th Amendment.
Which is...
No, only a dictator is able to do that. There is no way he can do it. And as a matter of fact, the Supreme Court has multiple precedents saying that a president cannot prevent somebody from becoming a citizen because they are born here. It goes back to 1898. In 1898, now if you remember, and you watch the show regularly, I talked about probably a year ago or so, what was the first immigration case? It was about the Chinese immigrants and the Chinese Exclusion Act.
That's right.
Do you remember we talked about the Chinese Exclusion Act? It was the first immigration rules ever, and it was from the 1860s and 1870s.
Right.
Before that, there was no immigration law in the United States. If you made it to America, here you are.
Yeah.
Period.
You made it.
You made it, And then there was the Chinese Exclusion Act. So then there was a gentleman by the name of Wang Kim Ark, who was born in the United States, and then went back to China to have his childhood in China.
Right.
And when he was 21, wanted to get a U.S. passport to come back to the United States.
Right.
And the embassy in China, or however, I don't know, I wasn't alive in the 1800s, I don't know how you applied for a passport, but wherever you applied for a passport, they said, no, you need a visa. And then they denied his visa. And he said, wait a second, I was born in the United States. Yeah, but you haven't been here 20 years. We're not giving you a visa. You're not a citizen. And it went all the way up to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said, if you're born in the United States, you get a passport.
Wow.
And there's been multiple, and that was back in 1898.
Yeah.
Okay. And that guy, Wang Kim Ark, was born to non-citizens.
Right.
Which is what Trump wants to make the executive order. So that is going, the likelihood of Trump making an executive order that ends birthright citizenship is right down there with Trump purchasing Greenland this month,
right?
And people storming Loch Ness Lake and finding the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
It's all there in terms of the bundle of possibilities of it actually happening.
Let me tell you, if the odds don't work out in our favor, it's about to be a crazy end of 2019.
That's right.
It's about to be a real crazy end.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. If it ends up that there is a Loch Ness Monster, you're born in the United States, but you're no longer a U.S. citizen.
Right.
And what was the third one? I said, and now Greenland is the 51st state.
Right.
If that all happens by the end of the year, we got to move up BradCon.
We are.
Well, all right, we got to move. BradCon's got to be moved up.
Absolutely.
All right, it's not going to be. It's not going to be
2019.
BradCon 2020.
No,
we got to
no.
move it up because
No.
we're not going to be around. It'll be the end of the world.
Exactly.
We're not going to be around for BradCon 2020.
Christmas with BradCon sounds delightful.
Down.
Excuse me. Meanwhile, the student-led activists from Parkland, Florida. Remember the shooting in Parkland,
Yes,
Florida?
absolutely.
People, there's been like 8 shootings since then.
Right.
You like remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Okay.
sad.
And by the way, I hate to say it. Sadly, we're due for another one in another 6 or 7 days.
Oh yeah, sure.
I don't know where
been a
it's going to
few
be.
weeks, Yeah.
I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know who's going to get killed. But I guarantee you, before. Well, I don't want to guarantee you before Labor Day. I hope it doesn't happen. But the statistics
Of course.
show that we haven't had enough mass shootings yet this month, so that we're due for at least one more before Labor Day. Based on our statistics, people are going to get massacred somewhere.
That's awful.
Just based on statistics
Right.
alone.
That's so sad.
Science.
Science. Meanwhile, the Parkland, Florida high school shooting has they came up with a group. These students. It's called March for Our Lives.
Right.
And the group's first public plan, they have been planning, and they're going to march on Washington and demand changes to the gun laws.
Yeah.
Including raising the age to buy a gun from 18 to 21. That makes sense. You can buy a gun at 18, but you can't drink alcohol at 18. Right?
Right.
I think if you can't drink alcohol, you can't have a gun.
100%.
All right. Creating a national licensing and gun registry. Okay. Right now, it's ad hoc, and people don't know who own guns, and nobody knows who owns one gun from one state to the other.
Right.
Because it's all done by the states.
Which is insane.
Ins-
There's a registry for your car. Why wouldn't there be a registry
Exactly.
for your gun?
Banning assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. That makes
That
sense.
seems super
there
common
seems
sense.
to be no reason why you would need to shoot off 40 bullets in a second or whatever it is.
100%.
Right.
There is no deer that runs that fast.
Correct. And by the way, that's not sport.
Right. 100%.
Okay. I mean, poor deer didn't even have a chance.
You didn't.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
make it fair at least.
Right.
All right. And finally, in addition, having a mandatory gun buyback program. I don't know who they're going to buy the guns back from, but maybe certain groups of people have to mandatorily sell their guns back.
Well, yeah, the ones with like extended magazines and
I
stuff.
see.
Like, what do they do with those? They would have to sell them back to the government.
Right. Now, as soon as this Gun Violence Prevention Act came out, 2020 presidential hopeful Beto O'Rourke,
Right.
who kind of has been like, you know, not doing very well so far. No. He quickly responded to the release. He's jumping on this
Right.
as his issue, saying, following the lead of the students marching for their lives in 4 hours, we will end this epidemic. I support their peace plan for a safer America, and I call everyone else in the race to do the same. Now, I will say
Yeah.
that, you know, when you're talking about high capacity magazine guns, if that's what you're saying you're using for sport, all right, and you just shoot Bambi with like 40 bullets,
Right.
there's not really much left to eat there, is it?
Right.
No, 100%.
No?
That is true.
Right?
Moreover, it's important in hunting. It's important about where you shoot the deer and where you shoot your animal and how it dies.
Right.
So
Right.
this isn't a for fun thing.
Now, David Hogg, one of the faces of the March for Our Lives movement, tweeted Wednesday morning, we know this seems ambitious given Washington's apathy to decades of bloodshed in our schools, neighborhoods, and even our houses of worship. The hashtag peace plan, that's what hopefully will start trending, hashtag peace plan, is written by the generation that's only ever known lockdown drills, but hopefully we will be the last.
Wow.
And I just want to say this, on Tuesday, we talked about this yesterday,
Yeah.
Trump had a lengthy conversation with NRA chief Wayne LePere.
Yeah.
His first question to Wayne was, "Are you alive? You
Right.
seem a little decrepit looking."
Hey, Crypt Keeper.
Crypt Keeper, right? Is that what we called him? Oh,
Right.
that's the orange guy. Where's the
Right.
Crypt Keeper? Do we have the Crypt Keeper? No.
Tales from the
All right,
crypt.
yeah. So where he confirmed he does not support universal background checks. Okay. But that doesn't mean off the table. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, we may be heading into a recession soon.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, the U.S. federal deficit is going to expand by about $800 billion more than previously expected. It is going to be the first time in the history of the United States where we run a deficit for the annual year of 2019 of more than $1 trillion.
Oh my gosh.
More than $1 trillion is being added to the debt. Now, I want you to know we had a huge debt problem in the 1980s, and by the time Bill Clinton left office, there was a surplus. And ever since Clinton left, it's been Bush, even Obama, and now Trump. Deficits got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Now, the new deficit estimates is making U.S. policymakers fear that they won't be able to bolster the economy should the country fall into a recession. Now, nobody wants anybody to lose jobs. Nobody wants to be poor. We all want to be rich. But I can tell you, historically, I've said this multiple times too, the only way Trump loses is if we're in a recession.
Yeah.
Why do I say that? Do I have like some special knowledge? I do. Because in the last 100 years of the United States of America, no president has lost a re-election unless there has been a recession.
Oh, wow. Really?
Wow.
Yes. So on Wednesday, President Trump said, we don't have a recession, because if people don't think they're in a recession,
Right.
a lot of times recession's what's in your mind.
Right.
You know, if you keep saying the economy's great,
Right.
what the hell do people know? The unemployment rate's 3.9%. How do we know
How do
this
you
is
know
even
that?
fact?
Right.
We have no idea. So President Trump, he's going to be walking around saying, economy's great. I don't know what all these fake news people are talking about.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So on Wednesday...
And people are going to fall for that.
People may fall for it, you know. Now, one of the ideas that they say that Trump may do is to cut the payroll tax for Social Security. Now, if you know, there's like a mandatory, I think it's 8-point-something percent or 7-point-something percent out of your salary goes to Social Security. Now, that is not money that goes into the U.S. Treasury to pay for expenses. That goes into a special Social Security account.
Right.
So that way, when you retire when you're 65 years old, you have money to go live your life.
Right.
So what Donald Trump wants to do is say, we're not going to take the money from you this year. When you retire when you're 65 years old, you just have a little less retirement because we want you to spend it now so I can get reelected.
Wow.
Right. So that's when he says he's going to cut the payroll tax. What he's saying is we're not going to collect your Social Security payments that we're going to get back to you. You know, because basically Social Security, by the way, is a Ponzi scheme.
Really?
You realize that? In other words,
in other words,
you're paying Social Security
for
right
someone
now
else.
for somebody else who's 65.
Right.
And then the idea is that when you hit 65,
Someone will be
paying for you.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But after confirming, he was looking at the idea on Tuesday. Trump said on Wednesday that he's not considering it any longer because the economy, we don't need it. We have a very strong economy. Because as soon as he starts to do that,
it shows.
Then people will say,
"Oh, we're going into a
we're having a recession. Maybe I should have a different president."
Yeah.
It's psychological. You know, the economy is as much psychology as anything else.
Wow.
Meanwhile, do you remember Sean Spicer?
Yes.
Remember that guy?
Press secretary?
The press secretary.
Yes.
I had a nickname for him. I don't remember what I used to call him.
I don't remember.
I had a nickname for him when he first came on the scene. I don't remember. We were on the radio, I think, at the time.
Spicy?
No, that's what everybody called him. But we had a name for him, but I don't remember. Meanwhile, he's going to be now on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, gosh.
Now, host Tom Bergeron joked on Good Morning America, the nice thing is Sean will be in charge of assessing audience size. Remember, he was the one who said it was the biggest inauguration ever.
That's amazing.
Now, Spicer stands out among the reality stars, athletes, and actors as he's gotten his fame by lying to the press on behalf of the president and infamously referred to concentration camps as Holocaust centers. Other stars joining the show for the 28th season include Bachelorette Hannah Brown, actor James Vanderbeek, cast member of Netflix Queer Eye Karamo Brown, country singer Lauren Elena, and Bradshaw correspondent Groundhog Sam.
Of course. He's going to take it all. Watch him tango, y'all.
We know who's going to win that.
What else we have? Now, Popeyes. Popeyes. You like Popeyes?
I do.
I don't.
What?
Not since I had my
spicy chicken sandwich.
Not since I had my gallbladder out. My gallbladder.
Oh, your gallbladder.
My gallbladder out.
I had Popeyes for dinner 2 nights ago.
No.
Popeyes is the ish.
So now they are starting a chicken war. On August 12th, Popeyes has added a new chicken sandwich to its nationwide menu, spanning more than 3,000 restaurants. The sandwich sparked a social media frenzy, with fans of the Popeyes sandwich declaring it the best in the land, ruffling the feathers of Chick-fil-A and Wendy's. The whole thing started after Popeyes tweeted about the release of their first ever chicken sandwich, and people began debating which restaurant had the best chicken sandwich. Is it Chick-fil-A Is it Wendy's? Is it Popeyes? I have to tell you, I've never eaten Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I've been to Wendy's, but I never had a chicken sandwich at Wendy's, so I have no idea.
Are you a chicken sandwich man?
I do, but but I'm a hamburger man more.
Yeah.
It is Popeyes.
Yeah. Now Wendy's was quick to hop in the tweeting.
Oh yeah, this
Says
is so
you're all
funny.
out here fighting about which of these fools has the second best sandwich.
Hey, Wendy's Twitter presence is truly unrivaled.
Wendy's will win on the Twitter presence, but definitely not with their chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
Now Chick-fil-A responded with its own appreciation post about being the original chicken sandwich. Popeyes replied with a simple, "You all good?" And so the wars began.
Sir, actually,
And
the original chicken sandwich is that nasty McDonald's chicken sandwich that we used to have to get when we were young and payday was 2 weeks away.
Correct. The dollar menu meal. The
There you
dollar
go.
menu meal, right.
Really?
That's the original.
Oh man, I would have McDoubled all day long. Don't give me that nonsense.
So now the internet has also been in a frenzy besides this, besides the chicken sandwich. They're in a bit of a frenzy because there is a video, and there's a video going around the internet, and people are debating whether in this video they're watching a bird or a bunny.
What?
The latest confusing imagery to ignite a good old social media debate was a video of a shiny black animal being petted and clearly loving it. Let's watch and see, is this a bird or a bunny?
Oh, snap.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
So this was really obvious to me at first.
Are we allowed to
Can
see
we
it
do that
again? Or we can't see it again?
So that's a bird. But it definitely looks like a bunny, but it's a bird. That's definitely a bird.
What do you think it is, Brad?
I was saying a bunny.
You say bunny?
I say bunny.
Okay, so
Because I hate birds, I'm already itching.
I'm looking at this and thinking I cannot quite comprehend how someone sees bunny.
Yeah, because we're
looks
looking
like
at a
the
bird's
2
beak,
ears.
except we're seeing some bunny ears too.
Yeah, the bunny
Oh,
ears.
okay.
Now,
okay,
once-
And then the
okay.
eyes.
I only see beak.
Now, fortunately, once the puzzling video went viral, users came through with the necessary context. Greta Garbolini, she tweeted, "This is not a rabbit, it's indeed a corvid, a crow family. Notice the nictating membrane when it blinks. Instead of moving up and down, it sweeps across the eyes horizontally as translucent." Of course!
Oh,
Boom.
wow.
Of course,
Of
boom.
course. Who
now,
saw the eye?
Now, Paige Davis, curator of bird training at the World Bird Sanctuary in Valley Park, Missouri, first filmed the clip of Mischief, the black bird in 2017. Mischief is a big draw at the World Bird Sanctuary thanks to its big personality. Its trainer,
Ugh.
Paige Davis, says hi and hello, and he coughs and sneezes like an old man.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to know something. I will be the first to tell you I am no animal expert and look like a bunny to me.
But wait, you need to watch this video of this bird actually talking.
Can
It's
we-
the most
all right,
unbelievable
let's see the bird
thing.
talk.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, I thought that was Jill for a second.
Right.
Yeah, it
No,
sounded
I
like
swear.
Jill.
Okay.
Doesn't the bird sound like Jill?
It does.
It does sound a little like Jill.
So it says hi?
It says hi. It mimics. So it will say.
So it's like a parrot?
kind of, yeah.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
That does
Do you
sound like
see
Jill.
that?
Doesn't it sound like Jill?
It
Can you
does.
imagine?
Hi.
Can you imagine the
Hi.
bird saying 15 seconds?
15 seconds. 15 seconds.
All right. Meanwhile, a Canadian service dog. Here's some more things going viral around the internet. I guess today is viral day at
Yeah.
Bradshaw Live. A Canadian service dog attended the musical Billy Elliot, and that photo went viral too. That's the musical video. That's the musical Billy Elliot. An adorable photo of a group of service dogs
Aw.
sitting in a Canadian theater last week catching a production of Billy Elliot. Look at that.
They're so
How
cute.
funny is that?
They're the
The
cutest.
photo shows the crowd of mainly poodles and golden retrievers taking up at least 4 rows and attentively watching the stage. The objective was to prevent the dogs from getting agitated during live theater so the pups can help their handlers navigate theater atmosphere. So they're training the pups to sit there
And then watch
right,
the show.
and watch the show.
Aw.
Now, the theater gives us the opportunity to expose the dogs to different stimuli, such as lights, loud noises, and movements of varying degrees. The dogs must remain relaxed in tight quarters for an extended period of time.
Oh, I love that so much. That's so
Now,
cute.
all of the doggies were reported all very good boys during the
Yes.
show,
Aw.
and it was said that they want to return with more pups.
Oh,
the
they look
future.
like good boys. Like
They
they're
do.
all paying
Oh.
attention, all looking in the same direction.
Now,
They're so cute.
now, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but in Switzerland, prison guards came up with a brilliant idea to calm jail inmate aggression. They are going
Okay.
to paint the entire indoors of the jail pink. Several Swiss prisons have painted their jail cells in a color called cool down pink as a way to curb prisoners' aggressive behavior. It's a scientific fact that colors have a significant influence on our mood. It's said that red can stimulate our appetite, which is why you're more likely to see it used in restaurants as opposed to blue, which apparently suppresses the appetite. I would agree with that. If I see some food, blue food, I'm like, I don't want to eat no blue food.
Yeah, blue food is not at all
No,
appetizing.
that doesn't look appetizing at all.
No.
Red food? Yeah, like a juicy red steak all day
Ooh.
long, right?
Yummy.
But if there's blue on the walls, do you think you'd be less hungry?
Pink? No. But I can tell you this: if I'm in jail and I'm looking at pink all day,
I would.
I'm getting angry.
Right.
Really?
I am getting so angry.
So you feel opposite?
I feel opposite because everywhere I go, it's pink. You got to give me some different colors.
No, I think I would feel a lot more calm, especially the fact that it's like how jail looks now. It's all I don't know what it looks like, but it's dingy and like white and just
I would be more
gray.
calm.
Gray,
I would be more
yeah.
calm if you went from room to room and it was different colors.
Well, they're not going to be doing that.
Yeah, why not? Let's decorate the jail cell and keep everybody calm.
You're saying
you're lucky
rainbow
that-
the jail cell.
Yeah, I say rainbow it.
So you
Yeah.
want it to look like Jamboree up in there?
No, yeah. I want it to look like your living room. I want it to look like the living room at 9N. Now, in 2011, Swiss psychologist Daniela Spath decided to conduct her own experiments with shades of pink. And she named this color Cool Down Pink.
Love
It's been
it.
applied to the cells of 10
think that's
prisons throughout
good.
Switzerland, and over the last 4 years, prison staff have reported significantly less aggressive behavior in prisoners who are placed in the pink cells compared to those in the regular cells. As a side fact, many of the prisoners who left the pink cells and got released back into the population after years and years of being in the pink cells all like to wear high heels now.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. Just a weird fact.
Is it?
It is. No, that was
Science.
fake news. That was fake news. And what did Jeff Bosey say? Jeff Bosey says, do you ever notice that most of the food chains, there's signs that have red in them?
Yeah, that's a great point.
That is a very good
You
point.
know,
McDonald's
here's
definitely
the
does.
thing I feel like about these pink cells for a hot second. First of all, it's 6 whole sides of pink. It's every wall. It's ceiling. It's floor. It's all of it.
The bars.
But also, like, isn't it a little like, as a grown ass man who could have like seen some crazy stuff in his life, don't you feel a little bit some kind of way about being in a pink room all day? Like, I feel like it would be a little bit emasculating. It feels like a little bit of a punishment.
Well, that's why I said they're walking out with high heels.
Right. But I don't know if it would go that hard.
Right.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. All right. Finally, there's a very cute video of a Japanese diver that's been visiting his best friend fish for 25 years now. For 25 years,
my God.
yes, for 25 years, a Japanese diver has been friends with this particular fish.
25 years.
Yes, Hiroki Arakawa has been charged to oversee one of the Shinto religion's shrines located under the surface of Japan's Tatemayo Bay. Over the decades, he got to know the marine creatures living around the shrine and essentially became friendly with an Asian sheephead wrasse named Yuriko. Arakawa, boy, this is really hard to read this card.
Yeah.
Arakawa, I should have read this card ahead of time.
This was, yeah.
Arakawa plays with his fish friends, and every time they meet, the man greets the fishy with a kiss. Look how cute that is.
That is.
You know, recently scientific
fish.
studies have shown that fish can recognize a human face, and that is a big deal.
That's
especially when that human
crazy.
face has a rod and a hook. And, you know, it makes you now feel sad to eat the fish that if they know they're about to die. And there's like, wait a second, did my friend, the diver who has been kissing me, just kill me to eat me?
Oh my God, Brad, that's so dark.
Do you know I'm told lobsters feel pain when you boil them?
Yes,
That's true.
Okay, and lobsters know they're about to go. They have a brain. Yeah, they know.
They scream.
They scream.
Yeah, I did hear that they scream. Well, the lobsters that we put in
Wait,
our...
you just said lobster.
We did, but then when you put them in the freezer alive, they like go to sleep or something.
Oh, like it
then,
paralyzes
yeah,
them?
so then
Okay.
like if they wake up, they'll like if you let them out for a while, then they wake up slowly. But by the time we put it in the pot, it was still paralyzed and sleep. So we ain't hear no screaming.
All right.
It's really good though.
All right, Yonathan, Belgium Kim, we are right now At 265 contemporaneous viewers between YouTube and Facebook, we're halfway to 500. We're halfway to BradCon.
Yeah, we are.
Tell them what they need to do.
The first thing that we need you guys to do is make sure that you are telling all of your friends in a bunch of different ways about the fact that they can watch the show right this second, because we want to get to 500 viewers between Facebook and YouTube, family. The very first thing that we need you guys to do is start tagging the people that you brought along to watch with you. I want to see them in the comments, and I want to see them reply to your comment that's like, hey, I'm here, thanks for inviting me. Make sure that you are hitting that share button. You can start a watch party and send that notification to all of your friends, and it'll start a very own separate thing. You've got your own king of the comments situation going on there. Also, make sure that you're sending it as a private message, because that is when people feel loved and feel like you're doing something personally for them. Make sure to let us know that how you're thinking and feeling about everything that's happening in the comments right this second, so that we can keep interacting with you. And of course, make sure that if you haven't done so, why aren't you liking the page, fam? You're watching the show, you like the show because you keep coming back for more. Like the page, what are you doing? And make sure to hit that little bell so that you know every single time we go live. Yo, what do we do on YouTube?
On YouTube, first thing you're gonna do is subscribe. Press that little rectangular red button that will probably make you hungry, and subscribe. All right, that is the number one thing we need you guys to do. And also, everybody that you bring into the show, especially on YouTube, I want you to tell them to subscribe as well.
Yo in Belgium, Kim. Maybe people don't understand the power of BradCon. What do you expect to be doing at BradCon? What's going to be happening there?
We're going to be meeting and greeting.
And greeting for sure.
Right.
I want hugs with all the fam.
Yes,
we're definitely going
chilling and grilling. Are we going to be chilling and grilling?
Chilling and grilling.
And meeting and greeting?
A whole party.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a party.
We're going to have music.
BradCon is a party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it's not just a meet and greet. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Thanks for traveling 10,000 miles to shake my hand.
Right.
No, we are chilling and grilling.
Party.
We're chilling and grilling. The meet and greeting is only a little part of it.
No,
Right.
the Bradshaw Live pool party is what's going to be the littest part of
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Yeah. Now we talking. Now we talking.
Pool party?
Pool party.
No,
What?
a beach party.
I feel like
Come on, a pool party.
Wait.
Beach
Oh wait,
party.
I got one better. A yacht
party.
Hey!
Wait a second. What do you think? I'm Jay-Z? Come
Yes,
on.
that's exactly what we think.
No yacht party.
Yay, Brad
No
Pitt
yacht
for a yacht
party.
party.
No yacht party.
Yeah, Brad Pitt for a yacht party. You heard it here first. Woo! Look at all that crystal. You excited, Brad?
All right, so guys, get us there right now. Tell every and anybody, especially today. Call them, text them, share it, copy the link, and send it to them. Tell them to watch right now. We can get you guys a big BradCon 2020. This is going to be the biggest celebration that you guys have ever been to, especially if you guys are close to Jamaica. You don't have to live there. You could also travel there. We're going to make sure it's a time that everybody can make sure they can get there, okay? So make sure you also put your social media questions in the comment section right now. Give us a thumbs up. And right now it's the next section. This is what you guys have all been waiting for. This is when you guys call in and get your answers to your immigration questions.
All right, let's go to, where's my, here we go. Terry from Juarez, Mexico. Terry.
Hello, yes.
Hi, Terry, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, what's going
I
on?
really like your show.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you helping the immigrant community in New York and all of the United States.
What do you want to do?
What, man?
I don't understand what I heard you said you appreciate my show, and I said thank you very much, and then I didn't hear anything after that.
Yeah, I said that all the helping immigrants.
Okay.
You know, immigrant family having some immigration problems.
Oh.
I was deported in 2008, okay? And I was just calling your show to find out what are my chances of coming back to the United States.
Why were you deported?
Recently, I got married to my wife.
Terry, why were you deported?
Yes.
Why were you deported?
I was deported for robbery.
For robbery?
And, yes, robbery. And my lawyer never told me
Terry,
the consequences.
Okay.
Huh?
Let me ask you a few questions. Did you go to jail for this robbery?
What now?
Did you go to jail?
Yes.
How long did you go to jail? How long did you go to jail?
52 months, then I came back. I was on parole.
52 months in jail?
Yes.
Okay. Terry, if you want me to help you,
Yes.
just answer my question. I don't need additional information from you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so just listen to my question and I will help you. You went to jail for 52 months. Now, was the robbery an armed robbery, or was it just a break-in and they caught you, leaving the house with, like Santa Claus? What tell me what the robbery was. Did you have guns involved in this robbery?
Yes.
There was a gun involved in this robbery, so it was an armed robbery. All right. So, and when did this robbery happen? When were you convicted?
It was 1993.
1993, and you went to jail for 52 months.
Yes.
All right. So you didn't apply for a 212C waiver? You lost your case?
Well, I did not know because my lawyer told me that I could file all the documents, but
Okay. Well,
after I got out from prison.
the answer is this. Okay. Because,
No, I did not. I don't recall.
Because it was more than 15 years ago, if you can show extreme and unusual hardship to your wife, it's possible, and you can show good moral character for the last 30 years, it's very possible that you can get a waiver. Now, in this political climate, I don't know whether those type of waivers would be approved because what you were found guilty of an extraordinarily serious offense. But is it zero? No, it's not zero. But it's certainly a small chance to come back. And if you want to try, you would definitely need a very good lawyer. So hold on one second. Let's go to Anne Marie in the Bronx. Anne Marie in the Bronx, how are you? We go through this every day.
We do.
Every day.
Anne-Marie.
Every day.
It's already.
Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you?
Hi.
Hey.
Good afternoon,
Good
Brad.
afternoon.
Okay. I have two questions for you.
Yes.
Because I got a letter for my interview, and on the letter that I got, it gives me like the stuff that I need to carry to the interview.
Anne-Marie, you're leaving
Are you hearing me?
I hear you, but you're leaving out the most important fact. What type of interview are you talking about?
For my marriage interview.
For your green card. Okay, so what is your question?
Green card interview.
Okay, so your question is what? So far you've given me zero information. I'm just sitting here waiting for a question. You're telling me you got a letter. I don't need to know about a letter.
Right.
Tell me your question.
They gave me a list of things that I need to carry to the interview and the letter.
Stop. What is your question?
Okay, the question is, they're asking for
I'm going to fall asleep here.
all documents establishing your eligibility for lawful permanent residence status. What is the document? What is that document?
Okay, you have to show up to your interview. You have to show up to your interview with proof that you and your spouse are in a bona fide marriage. You live together. Okay, so what evidence would you bring to an interview to show you live together? Well, here's photos of us living in our home. Here is a lease to our home. Here is our keys to our home. They match. Here is, tax returns that show we live together. Now, those tax returns and the lease and maybe a bank statement or multiple bank statements also serve a second purpose. Because not only do you have to prove you live together, you also need to prove that you have a financial relationship with your spouse. So it's not enough to live together and have two separate financial relationships. You have to commingle your funds, meaning whatever income you get, whatever income your spouse gets, it gets commingled into one account, and out of that account, all of the bills get paid. That's what they want to see. Okay? Those are the things. Credit card bills. Junk mail showing that you both are getting junk mail at the same address. Your driver's licenses show you're at the same address. Those are all things to show you live together and have a financial relationship. If you need more help, hold on one second. Let's go to Mark in Chicago, Illinois. Mark.
Hello.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Hi, Brad.
How you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm 30 years old, and I'm an overstayed alien, but I have approved I-130, and we received it last month. my question is, how many weeks or months do we need to wait for the NBC to send us another letter for the next step?
Who's filed the I-130 for you?
My mom, and she's a citizen.
Okay, and you're from the Philippines.
Yes.
I recognize the accent. And
Thank you.
and you're over 21?
Yes.
And when did your mom file for you?
She filed last 2016, and they approved. We received a letter from USCIS approving my petition.
Okay, so now you're on a waiting list. Okay. And the waiting list, let me pull it up here quickly, is, the waiting list is, slow here, computer. Come on, computer. The waiting list is, for the Philippines, you're an F1, you're unmarried son of a U.S. citizen. They're up to June 22nd, 2008. So if your mom filed in 2016, you're not going to hear from the National Visa Center for about 8 years.
Oh, okay.
So that's sad. That's sad news I just gave you. So what you need to do?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But
So
I need to deal with it. Yeah.
No, you don't need to deal with it. What you need to do is have a consultation with me, and let's see if there's faster ways for you. Just because your mom filed for you doesn't mean that's. People think, all right, well, my mom filed for me. I got to wait 8, 9, 10 years. What about job sponsorship? That could be faster. Certainly from the Philippines. All right. So just because I said you got to wait 8 to 10 years, that you don't like, all right, well, I got to deal with it. No. Take the bull by the horns, give me a call, and let's see if we can find a faster way. What do you think of that advice? Hold on.
Brad, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Hold on 1 second, Mark. All right, let's go to Terry in the Bronx. Terry.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
Hello?
I'm listening, Terry.
Hi, good evening, Brad.
Good evening.
I have a question about public charge. Considering the fact that different states are suing the administration on the public charge, do you think it will become effective in October, or do you think it will be tied up in court?
If I would look into the Magic 8 Ball, the Magic 8 Ball would say it's going to be tied up in court. But I don't know that for a fact.
Okay,
if you're asking me my opinion,
go ahead.
If you're asking me my opinion, it's going to be tied up in court. I don't think it's going to go into effect October 15th, but I don't know for that for a fact.
Okay, because I want to adjust my status, but I used Medicaid a few times. So
then file the adjustment now. You'll have an easier time. Do it before October 15th, and you'll have an easier time.
All right. Thank you so much, Brad.
Okay. Let's go to Sam in Raleigh, North Carolina. Sam.
Yes, hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good. I have a question about the public charge. I'm calling actually for one of my friends. He's a U.S. citizen, and his 2 kids is U.S. citizen, and he filed adjustment for his wife, but his wife is under 21, and she already have Medicaid, and now she's pregnant, and she's trying to apply for pregnancy Medicaid. Is going to affect her?
Well, the Medicaid is for the unborn child. It's not for her, and as long as the adjustment's filed, it should be okay.
Because she's applying for Medicaid pregnancy to go to the hospital.
And I just finished telling you that the Medicaid is for the unborn child. It's not for her.
Okay.
So that's how it's considered.
And she's eligible to to apply for a U.S. citizen in September. She should wait until the adjustment being approved, or she can go ahead and apply because she's been married more than 4 years, actually.
No, she's not eligible to apply for citizenship because she has to have a green card for 3 years, not just be married for 4.
No, she already applied to adjustment last year, in September, but she never got approved yet.
So she doesn't have a green card yet. How could she become a citizen?
No, she had the green card for 2 years.
But then 1 second. Then you're using the wrong words. She's not adjusting. She's removing the conditions of her permanent residence.
Correct.
So then if she's removing the conditions of her permanent residence, whether she gets Medicaid or not has nothing to do with October 15th.
That has nothing to do.
No.
But can she apply for citizenship?
She can, but what she should do is file a mandamus to get the conditions removed.
Okay.
All right, and I can help you with that. Hold on 1 second, because they're not going to approve you're entitled to do it, but they're not going to approve the citizenship until you file the mandamus, which is what I think everybody should be doing. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's go to Tamara in Fall River, Massachusetts. Tamara.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
Wow,
I want
everybody's
to
sick
thank you for
today,
the good
huh?
work, guys.
Thank you.
My husband and I have been married for 3 years now. He's a green card holder, soon to be a U.S. citizen, just waiting an interview. My question is, can he start filing for me now, or he has to wait? Or if he can, what forms do we submit?
He can file for you, but if he's waiting on a citizenship interview, you might as well just wait for him to become a citizen. It'll be easier.
I didn't hear the last part, sorry.
If he's on his way to becoming a citizen, you're better off just wait for him to become a citizen. It will be easier.
All righty. Thank you so very much. Have a good one.
All right. All right. By the way, we are at 181 plus 164 equals 340, 350, somewhere around.
350, somewhere around there.
Okay,
yeah.
so we're building up to our 400 to 450, which is what we do every day.
Right.
Okay.
Can we break that 450 barrier
We can.
and get to 500?
I think we can.
You guys want to know why?
Why?
Because you want that BradCon.
Yes.
You
much.
so much.
Are you kidding me? Lisa Bling Rose said that she's already hitting the gym for the pool party. So
Ulrich in Tacoma Park, Maryland. Ulrich.
Yes, hello?
How are you?
Good, sir. I'm calling you because I have two questions.
Yes.
The first question is, a friend of mine came here in the United States in 2015 and he applied for the asylum since September 2015. But he didn't get anything so far, so he was trying to get some advice on what shall he do.
2015?
Yes.
All right. Well, I just saw somebody who got an interview who was 2016, and they're working backwards. So my guess is that within the next year or so, he will get it. If he has a very strong case, he should just file a mandamus right now.
Okay. So you say he can wait for the next year?
I would say 1 more year or less, based on what I'm seeing.
Okay.
All right.
And then my second question, my brother-in-law came to United States in 2018, and then in June 2018, he filed a petition for his wife that is in Cameroon. So the only thing he got so far was just the received letter.
When did he file?
That was in June 2015.
June 2015? Let me ask you a question.
June 2018, sorry.
June 2018. It's a big difference. Yes. All right.
Yes.
All right. Do you know what a mandamus is? Because I said file a mandamus. You said, okay, fine. Do you know what it is?
Yes. I mean, I have been watching you.
Okay, good. So it's good.
Yes,
so both cases need a mandamus. And give me a call. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Calvin in Dallas, Texas. Calvin.
Yeah, hello.
How are you, Calvin?
Yeah, how you doing, Brad?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm good. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Brad.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have two questions for you, please.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a VAWA case. I applied for the I-360, I-765, and I-45.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a RFE on the I-360,
mm-hmm.
and some days later, I got the receipt notice for all the other cases. So I wanted to find out, is everything okay?
No, not everything's okay. When you get an RFE, that means they're going to deny your I-360 unless you provide them additional documentation.
Okay.
So you need,
I'm actually working on the documentation. I'm actually working on the documentation to send back to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then do it. If you feel confident, do it. Or if not, call me. One or the other.
Okay. Yeah. My second question is, I'm asking for a friend. Can somebody work with a valid driver's license and a social security number?
Can they work if they're a lawful resident or U.S. citizen? Yes. If they are, in other words, when you go and fill out the I-9 form, you can bring a copy of your green card, or in the alternative, you can bring your driver's license and social security number, but you are attesting on the I-9 form that you are a resident or a citizen. So then if they are not, they would be lying.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, let's go to Adam in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Adam.
Hello.
How are you,
Hi,
Adam?
Brad.
What's going on?
I'm doing good, and you?
Good.
Okay. Can I ask a question now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Yes. I applied for I-751 in 2015.
Right.
And after the interview, the case was pending for 3 years. Until 2018, I received the 10 years green card in the mail. And then that same year, I applied for N400, but I have divorced in 2017, but did not notify USCIS. And it was discovered during the N400 interview. And since then, I haven't heard from them.
Yep, you're going to be denied and put in removal. That's what's going to happen because you got your 10-year card unlawfully. Once you are divorced, you need to notify them and change it to a waiver case. So give me a call and we can hopefully fix this for you. All right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go to Jackie in Atlanta, Georgia. Jackie. Excuse me. Wow, Jackie.
Hey, Brian.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Good.
What's going on?
I have a question. In June, I had my interview. It was myself and my daughter.
Right.
I was adjusted at that time, but she was not because she was arrested.
Okay.
But I brought the disposition to the interview, but we did not have, at the interview, we did not have a certified police record.
Right.
Or certified, that is the police report, right?
The disposition is what you're talking about.
No. I brought the disposition. I thought that would have been enough, but the adjudicator said that she needed the police report.
Okay. What was the?
So
what was? Okay. Let me tell you a couple things. Okay. Number one, when you bring a disposition, and they're asking for the police report, that means that disposition's pretty bad. And then they're asking you to hang your daughter. Bring me the information that they require so your daughter can be hanged and deported. I mean, hanged figuratively, not literally. Okay? You don't bring your own noose to your hanging. Okay? So they're making you do the work. I know every time immigration says, bring me the police report, 90% they're going to use it against you. As soon as you hear that, you go find a lawyer. What did your daughter do? What was she found guilty of?
She wasn't found guilty. As a matter of fact, she was not even accused.
What was she arrested? Yes, she was, because she was arrested for something. And you're arrested and brought before a judge. You're accused of something. What was she accused of?
Okay, she was arrested because there was a dispute.
What was she?
There was a dispute.
I don't want to stop. Domestic violence. Thank you very much. So she was accused of domestic violence. Was she found guilty of something?
No.
How do you know this?
The district attorney just asked us to do anger management and community service, but she was never brought to court. We never made an arrangement, nothing like that, and it was just a
that doesn't make any
arrangement.
that doesn't make any sense to me. All right, because the district attorney doesn't walk into a police station and say, go do anger management and community service. That's not how any criminal system in America works. The criminal system in America works. You get brought down to a police station. You get put before a judge. That is where that is the first time you will ever meet the district attorney as an accused person. And then if you do community service and you do some sort of probation, guess what? That is a punishment. You want to know what a punishment means? That means that most likely you were found guilty of something. So why? No, let me explain. So when they are asking for a police report, there is a difference between being in a fight and getting community service that would most likely be a petty offense versus being in a fight with your partner who lives in your home. That would be considered an offense of domestic violence. Why is that important? Because domestic violence, you get deported. For a small little fight that is not domestic violence, you don't. That is why they are asking you for the police report. That is why I know every time the immigration officer asks for a police report, they're looking to hang you. And that's why I also know that she must have been found guilty of something, because if she wasn't found guilty of something, they would never ask for the police report. And now I know she was found guilty of something because you just told me she did probation and some sort of community service. So what you need to do, I'm telling you, Jackie, you have all your facts wrong. You got them all wrong. I know it for a fact that you got your facts wrong. Okay? Have a consultation with me, and I'll do one better. If you're right and I'm wrong, I won't charge you. Okay? Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
All right? So you'll pay, but I'll give you back your money if you're right and I'm wrong. And I'll announce it on
All
the show.
right.
Wow.
All right. That's how positive I am. She was found guilty of something.
Wow. That is a Brad Show Live first, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen.
Yes.
That has never happened.
Because she's
on
going to
this
keep
show.
explaining it to me, and I already know the answer.
I really, really hope she comes in for a consultation.
I
Baby
do
girl.
too.
Take advantage of
Yes.
that.
Josephine in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the home of the
Hey,
Wolverines,
Brad.
the home of the Wolverines and my alma mater. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank you so much for the great job you're doing.
Thank you. Go ahead. Aw, we just lost Ann Arbor, Michigan. Damn it. Sam in Appleton, Wisconsin. Sam. Sam.
Hello?
Sam, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Hi. Actually, I have a question. So I am an Afghan student from Nepal,
Uh-huh.
and I'm trying to file like a case through my employer,
Right.
like employment thing, but
Okay.
I haven't got my degree yet. So I am doing my CPT right now,
Okay.
and I am a CNA. So I'm confused if I should go through my way. My husband, he is in F2, and he works in the restaurant. So is it like good to go that way? Like if he can work in a restaurant, like because he have experience from a restaurant. So if he applied from a restaurant that he can work, you know what I mean?
No, I really don't know what you mean. When you say he's an F2, you're saying that he is the spouse of someone on a student visa?
No, he used to work in a restaurant back in my country.
So what did you say F2? What do you mean by F2?
He's dependent.
He's a dependent. You're on the F1 student visa.
Yep.
And he's on the F2.
Yep.
All right. You just admitted that he violated his status to the entire world.
No, like he used to work in the restaurant back
Okay.
in my home country, so he have a work experience.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So the answer is, you need, if ultimately you want to be able to get your green card, okay, you need to keep your legal status.
Yep.
So you will not go work anywhere. You're going to continue in school indefinitely. Get 75 different degrees. Your spouse is not going to work out of status, but he could potentially be sponsored prospectively, meaning that the restaurant says he's not working there now because he's not legal to work, but they promise to hire him when he gets his green card, which, if you stay in legal status, could be about 18 months. You would definitely need a consultation so we can explain to you how to do it without making a misrepresentation as to what your non-immigrant intent is. All right? So hold on one second. Hold on. All right, let's go back to Josephine in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Josephine.
Hey, Brad, I'm back.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. What's going on? Josephine. What is with Josephine? Josephine. Should we wait for her? I was gonna wax nostalgic about Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Was that the same
Oh, it's the
Josephine
same
that we
one.
talked to?
Maybe.
From Ann
I don't
Arbor
know.
the
But
other day?
Ann Arbor, Michigan is a town of like 100,000 plus people. So
Wow.
It could be. It's not like Lenore, North Carolina.
Right,
Has like
you
20.
never
It has
that-
like
right.
yeah. All right. By the way, everybody, we do have Instagram accounts besides following us on Facebook and YouTube. By the way, we only hit almost 400. We're about 100 people short right now. We're at 366 people watching simultaneously. We need to get to 500 somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, for BradCon. I don't know how we're going to do it. 369 now.
We need to make it happen, family.
370. Okay. We're still 130 people short.
Right.
All right. By the way, besides following us on YouTube and Facebook, and we also have Instagram. And I've been answering questions on my Instagram all day long.
Really?
Oh my God! You have no idea how many people take advantage.
Isn't that like a consultation?
They're taking advantage.
Man,
of me.
yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of cheating.
Yeah,
now
that
you're
is
not
cheating.
you're not even social media checking us.
No,
You're
no.
just bypassing us.
Bypassing
entirely.
social
I'm
media
offended.
check-in. Yeah, and they're going right to my Instagram account. at Real Brad Bernstein and asking me the question.
What are we supposed to do here, Brad?
I don't know.
Maybe I think
I
I may have to make my Instagram private, but right
Right.
now it's public. So if you want to follow me and my exports, is it exports? Exploits. Thank you very much. I
Absolutely.
don't exploit anybody.
But your exploits.
My own personal exploits.
Right.
As well as DM me, and as long as I know who you are and you're part of the Brad Squad, I will respond. And you can follow me at Real Brad Bernstein. You can also follow our show at Brad Show Live, and you can see all the highlights of our previous night's show. You can also DM at Brad Show Live, and you'll be talking to No Name Sydney.
Yeah. Right.
But if you
DM
at Real Brad Bernstein, you're actually talking to me.
Right.
And Belgium Kim, who are they talking to at Belgium Kim TV?
They're talking to Belgium Kim.
Are they talking to Belgium Kim?
They are, because I'm not fancy enough to
You don't
have
have
people.
you don't have No Name Sydney.
No, I don't. I have Belgium Kim. I
And
have
Yonathan
Kimberly Moore.
Elias, they're talking to your social media team.
You're talking to me.
Who's the social media team?
Me.
Okay,
Yeah.
where do they follow? Okay, so
And
you can
find
follow
me at
Yonathan also.
Yonathan Elias TV.
All right.
At me.
At me, yeah. Holla at your boy.
There you go.
All right. So meanwhile, in today's Spawn Bernstein's attorney close-up, partner and immigration attorney Shannon Laguerre-Mangret tells us about one of her most memorable cases. Let's watch.
The most recent memorable case has been one that I've been working on since I started, I have to say, 2009. And what ended up happening is that the client was trying to get his green card. He had been arrested many times, so as soon as he got in immigration court, he ended up getting arrested for having fraudulent documents. So of course that makes the case a little bit more complicated. 3 years later, he ends up getting arrested for drug trafficking in Arizona. So I had to basically argue that he was not a drug trafficker. So he got out on $20,000 bond, which I was extremely happy about. And recently when we went into court in Cleveland, Ohio, he basically testified that he had smoked marijuana for the past 6 years, at least 5 times a day. I remember being in court and almost wanting to tear up. And somehow miraculously, we presented evidence basically showing hardship and how his wife would suffer. She actually is a survivor of breast cancer. They do have 2 children together. And the judge actually was very sympathetic during my closing argument. And we received a decision probably a month ago that granted him his green card. So I was extremely happy. And I have to tell you, one of my most memorable cases, the entire family was extremely excited.
Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. So, we have to do something we like to call social media checking.
How do you know it was going to do
I didn't know. I just saw it got cut off in the middle, so I just
In the
finished the
future.
sentence.
In the future.
Right. In the future.
That's
That was
hilarious.
seamless too.
Right.
That's
It
like
was
sexy.
perfect.
That's like sexy Shan Myers, right?
Yeah.
Right. In
Not
the future,
sexy
right?
Shan Myers.
Right. Because it could have been like in the future, social media checking. No.
No.
In the future.
In the future.
Social media checking.
It was perfect. It was
There
perfect.
you go. All right. For our first question of the day, remember we say anybody and everybody that joins the Brad Squad group on Facebook, you get the chance of getting the first 5 questions that you guys put in the group asked. So this is from the first Brad Squatter. Shireen Cornwall saying, can a U.S. citizen retired veteran sponsor his spouse who is already in the U.S.?
Yes.
Our next question comes from Selena, who said, if your husband is not a citizen but is waiting for the interview date, could he still file for his spouse?
Yes.
Next one will be Dat, saying moral turpitude exception for being under 18. Is it juvenile adjudication?
Yes, it is.
Adjudications.
It is. When you are adjudicated a juvenile, it is not a criminal offense.
Okay, which is not a crime, or is it juveniles charged as adults?
Not juveniles charged as adults. You could have a crime of moral turpitude.
Okay.
It's adjudicated a juvenile.
We've got our
And you would know this because you're going through family court, not criminal court.
Geraldine says, my previous husband wrote something against me to immigration. I remarried and filed the I-130 2 years ago. They haven't made any decisions. What should I do?
Mandamus.
Hey.
All right, Mile 7 saying, hey, Brad, after my green card interview, the officer gave us a paper, and the paper stated that your case is being held for review. At this time, USCIS that's not need any information or documents from you. In case we need something, you'll receive a mail, or otherwise a final decision will be mailed to you once your case is complete. Please, let me know. What does this mean?
It means that they don't need anything more, and they're reviewing your case.
Our next question comes from Jessa, who said, after a year applying for VAWA with no idea of what's to actually come of VAWA, I still don't have any ID or social security number. Would it be fit to file a mandamus?
It would be fit to file an adjustment.
Ah.
She didn't file the adjustment. That's why she has nothing.
All right. Al J. Hustle Hard saying, hey, Brad Squad, I'm a big fan of the Brad Show.
Hey.
Thank you.
I have a question. I'm from Jamaica. Back in 2016, I applied for a visitor's visa, but I was denied. Last year, I came up on an H-2A visa, but I didn't go back. I got married this year and sent my paperwork to USCIS. I put on the form that I was denied a U.S. visa. Would that deny my green card? I live in Atlanta now.
No, it sounds like you're honest.
Awesome.
Jelena says, my husband's a green card holder and he filed for me the I-130, which has been approved 2 weeks ago. We are filing the provisional waiver right now, and my question is, how long is it going to actually take USCIS for the waiver to get approved?
About a year.
All right. Sek Hey saying, hi, my current EAD category is C03B. CO3B.
That sounds like a chemical reaction.
Okay, expired last month.
CO3B?
Yes.
Is it maybe CB3? Is that a thing?
CB3?
Yeah.
No.
C3B?
C3B? Conditional resident, CR2?
My current EAD category.
Oh, C03B.
C03B.
Okay.
Do you think that's a one that you have to research, maybe?
I would have to research what C03B is.
So would you be able to answer, is it eligible for the automatic 100 days extension since my current case is under the C9 category?
Yes. Okay. All right, so then guess what? Your EAD is under C9. You filed an adjustment. I never heard of C03B.
Got you.
I don't know what he's talking about.
And they received all the receipts from USCIS and the biometric appointments.
Yes, it's a 180-day extension.
All right.
Sasha said, can my U.S. citizen mom file for me without me having to go back to Jamaica? I'm 28. I came to the U.S. 3 years ago on a J1, but I have a 1-year-old daughter who was born here. And if it's possible for me not to go home, how long would the process take?
It's about 7 years, and most likely you have to go home, but I would have to meet you to figure that out if you're 245I.
Claudia Stewart saying, good evening, Brad. My company filed PERM certification, which was recently approved, same filed in March 2019. I'd like to know when they can be able to file the I-140 and I-485.
You have to file the I-140 within 180 days of the PERM approval.
Okay.
So other than that, that's the end of the PERM. As far as the I-45, I don't know what your legal status is, so we got to figure that out.
Okay, and what's the approximate associated legal and filing costs for filing the PERM certification I-140 and I-145 or I-485?
The I-45 is $1,225 if you're in legal status. The I-140 is $6 something, I forgot. You just look it up. Filing fee I-140.
There you go.
Sean Lewis said, my mom's I-130 was filed in April of 2013, and I got approved in August of 2014. I was 19 at the time, but now I'm almost 25. Did I age out? My lawyer told me that I have.
Yeah, I agree with your lawyer.
JJ Walker, my wife started her adjustment of status. She has an international driver's license. Can she drive without any problems? How about traveling by plane in the U.S.?
No, you could. I can tell you in New York State, you're allowed to drive with an international driver's license only for the first 90 days you are physically in America. And showing an international driver's license to get on an airplane is a sure way to get arrested.
Oh, snap.
Okay, that's not an ID that you can use to get on an airplane.
And can she travel in the U.S.?
With a passport.
Gotcha.
Brenda says, immigration says that they sent me a letter, but I didn't get it, and now they're saying that the case is closed and that there's nothing they can do, that I have to take it to court. I can't get any kind of extension. How can you help?
What was the denial?
It sounds like they immigration sent something, we don't know, but because nobody ever received anything, their case is now closed. And so immigration is now saying, we can't do an extension, we can't do anything. What can you do, Brad?
I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He has to tell me what kind of case it is.
Yeah. And what kind of letter he got.
Exactly.
What was the thing that you never got?
Right. A denial, an RFE.
Right.
I don't know.
Could be so many things.
Yeah.
All right, Donna Hall saying, will the new law affect American citizen who's petitioning for their spouse?
Yes.
Depiton said, I haven't received a receipt number from USCIS and it's been 3 months since the petition was filed. Is there a problem?
Just make sure your check got cashed and you don't have a problem.
Island Girl saying, I came into the U.S. last year on a newly acquired visitor's visa. It was my first time in the USA and I overstayed. Got married in July of this year. I recently filed my AOS. Will I have any problems?
No. I mean, I don't know if you'll have any problems, but it sounds like everything's going fine so far.
Okay.
Joy Brown said, and this is actually our last question that we've got for right now. Our last question from Joy is, I really want to come to the U.S. to spend some time with my sister, but I'm afraid to spend 3 months because the immigration officers give people a hard time when they say that they're spending 4 or 5 months. Why?
Because it looks like you're coming to live here or work here for short periods of time. Because generally people who go and visit don't stay for half a year. They come for a month, they come for 5 weeks, for 3 weeks. They got to go back to a life and a job somewhere else.
So what's the longest she could see her sister without?
6 months, but then don't plan on coming back for at least a good year, year and a half.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So meanwhile, Yonathan recently attended the 5th Annual Go Africa Carnival on 115th Street in Harlem. On 115th Street in Harlem, the carnival celebrates New York's African diversity with performances, food, and unique goods and services offered by local African and Caribbean merchants. Let's watch.
What's up, Brad Squad? It's your boy Yonathan Elias, and I'm here in Harlem at the Go Africa Carnival, and I'm super excited because this is my second time here. This is the city's celebration of African diversity with colorful displays of goods and services provided by Africans and the Caribbean right here on 116th Street and throughout New York City. So we came here last year, like I said, and we talked to a lot of the attendees and the vendors about their businesses, but this year we're gonna go a little deeper and talk to them about Harlem's small businesses and, of course, immigration. Come check it out. So I hear y'all from Cali.
Yes, we are, all the way from LA.
She representing the West Coast on the East Coast, making it better. I feel it. So, ladies, tell me about your product, what it's used for, who it's catered to, and all of that.
We actually cater to people of color. We make exfoliants, body butters, toners. We're branching out into beard oils and more products for men. We're just an all-natural skincare and hair care brand, trying to make a name for ourselves.
Nice, because I love skin products, so y'all need to get some stuff for the guys, you know what I mean? So now, whose company is this?
This is ours. We both started it together about 2-3 years ago in 2016.
Nice.
So we're like, we wanted to create something not just for people, but something that we can use ourselves.
Yeah.
And everything that we make is handmade, and we won't give anything out to our customers that we don't put on our own skin or test on our own skin first.
Y'all skins are flourishing, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it's flourishing. So I want to know, why is it important for there to be black-owned businesses like you guys have started?
For representation. There's people out there who are going to be looking up to us, and we need to make sure that we're setting a good example.
So what is your guys' immigration story?
I was born and raised in Pasadena, so I'm African American. I personally don't have any family members that are immigrants, but they're African American. My family is from Trinidad. My grandmother moved over here, I want to say in the early 80s, and that's when she brought her family over, and she had to work from the ground up. So it's been a struggle, but for me, being first generation here, I want to, make a name for myself and make my family proud.
How you doing today?
Very good, how are you?
Amazing. Is this your restaurant?
Yes, our restaurant.
Tell us about it.
This is a Somali cuisine Safari restaurant, and it's the only one in New York City and in the Tri-States.
My mom is actually Ethiopian and Eritrean.
So the East African is very dynamic, so the cuisine, it's quite a different experience, and I would want you to just taste it, the difference, and tell me.
Absolutely. And now I want to know, why is it important for immigrants to come to the States and actually create businesses like this?
Everyone in America have started a certain time, being first generation in America. When we come here, we don't just bring ourselves, we bring our cuisine, our culture, and all the other things that makes America great.
How long have you been in Harlem?
I've been in Harlem for the last 15 years.
So now what's the difference from back then to now?
15 years ago, it was not a Harlem that was ready to taste the different cuisines, but now the trending and the changing is like everyone is getting away from typical burger and a McDonald's American cuisine, and people are trying to venture out different cuisine.
So what's your immigration story?
My immigration story was I'm a refugee from Somalia, came to America with a few dollars in my pocket and a hope. Went to school, college, graduated, and tried to get a better bite of American dream.
First of all, I want to say your outfit is amazing.
Is it? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. This is the Go Africa Carnival. This is our 5th year. We have 2 live stages playing music until 6 p.m. This event has grown, as you could probably tell from the size. It's an overcapacity for the 2nd year in a row. We promote economic development with the African merchants and the like.
Why is it important for us to have Africans, African American, Caribbean immigrants come to the States and start businesses like this and support each other?
One of the reasons we started this event is that most African or Caribbean merchants, if they go to other street festivals, don't get the amount of revenue, don't get the amount of attention. And the way we organize this particular event is to draw a large enough crowd so that merchants actually make a sufficient living and income.
Yeah. How has Harlem changed from the years that you've been here?
The merchants have calibrated themselves, like serving beer and wine, being consistent in your menu, learning how to use credit card machines, taking ownership that you have a brand that you have to build.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Tell me about your clothes.
Okay, the clothes are sewn from Ghana. You know, Africans, we love colors. That's why our flag is colors.
Yeah.
Everybody's flag is colors. This is the top and the skirt. And these are blouses.
And this one called kente. This is our ceremonial clothes. Our kings, queens, all ceremonial.
So how long have you guys been in New York?
About 30 years now.
Can you tell us the difference from Harlem when you first came here and how it is now?
Harlem is improving. When I came to this country, Harlem is not like this. Everybody is happy.
It's almost like an Africa community. And you can see a lot of African people from different countries.
Why is it important for immigrants to come to the United States and start businesses?
That's how the country is built. It's immigrants who built this country. Even my great-great-great-great-grandfather is among them. That is why we follow up.
We come here to better our lives. It's an opportunity country. That's all, America.
So what's your immigration story? When did you come and why did you come?
I came for a festival and I got back. And finally, somebody married me and brought me here.
I was here. I was qualified for the amnesty. So I did the amnesty. I brought all my children.
We love America. God bless America. Yeah. We are so grateful we're here.
Well, there you have it, Brad Squad's 2nd year in a row. I'm like a vet here right now. Go Africa Carnival. It's amazing because it celebrates the diversity of the African and Caribbean community. It's so inspiring and motivating because they tell you their story and they tell you why they start their businesses, and it's really to build a legacy. Back at the studio.
All right, let's put 2.5 minutes on the clock today. 15 questions. See if we can get a little pressure. Woo!
How many? In how long?
15 and 2.5.
15 and 2.5.
In 2.5, I like it.
All right. You ready?
Whoa.
How did
you both did that together.
We did that together. That was
Right.
weird. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard you just snarled at Kim. Yonathan.
I did.
Why'd you snarl?
So intensely.
I hid in the kitchen as she was walking to the restroom, and I was on all fours, and I waited for about a minute and a half for her to come past, and I crawled out and snarled at her, and she screamed.
I was certain there was a creature. If y'all see beads of sweat rolling down my forehead,
Really
it's
mature, Yonathan.
okay.
Really mature.
I am very childish.
And there
for
are
anybody
stories
who wants to know.
I am glad I didn't see that at your interview.
And there are stories of how this office is haunted. I just watched Cloverfield. I'm
You're
on
like
edge
breathing
right
hard.
now, yo. I'm on edge.
Yes.
I'm on edge.
All right.
All right, you ready? 15 questions, 2.5 minutes. Let's go.
Deckpo says, is it better to file and stay with a B1, B2 or go back to pass the interview in Africa and join my wife? I've never overstayed since I'm coming to visit her.
If you stay for more than 90 days, it's better to file your adjustment here.
Tomo said, I did my interview with USCIS May 2019. Haven't heard anything yet. All the interviewer said they'll send it over. How long do I have to wait?
Minimum 120 days. After that, call me for a mandamus.
Josh says, a friend applied for an adjustment of support and got receipt number. Her husband is a green card holder. She's on a student visa and her I-20 is expiring. Do you see any issues not renewing the I-120?
No, but eventually you'll have to do a provisional waiver, go home and come back, or wait for him to become a citizen.
Mr. Willie VIP, affect I-130 process if you submit an online inquiry to the USCIS?
It means absolutely nothing.
Jahir said, my husband's petition for my son in Jamaica last year in December, but I haven't heard anything except for the receipt that I got. What's going on at the Nebraska Service Center?
I don't know. I don't know how old your son is, but if he's over 21, you're not going to hear for years.
Tony Spinetta saying, I filed the I-130 as a married, over 21 years old son of a U.S. citizen, but I got recently divorced. What will happen with my I-130?
Your divorce has nothing to do with it because you're the petitioner.
Kayanne said, my daughter was filed for by her stepmother. She was already contacted by NVC. The last action was the stepmom's affidavit of support. Can you tell me how much longer before she actually gets through?
Assuming she's under 21, probably 3 to 5 months.
Sam saying, public charge doesn't affect us citizens, children of immigrant parents, and their parents also won't be punished for the benefit received by the children. Is this right?
No.
Barbaro said, I have a friend who filed the N-400 on the app where it asks about citations, arrests, or convictions. He said none, although he had a minor traffic citation that were all dismissed. Will he face some trouble?
He won't. Just fix it at the time of the interview.
Ben Londa saying, can a pending F1 visa affect your pending I-130 after you must file adjustment of status?
A pending F1 visa, you can't have a pending F1 visa after you file your adjustment. You're not going to be a student. You're going to get your green card.
Appy says, is it true that that USCIS is no longer receiving K3 visa applications?
Not true.
Ben said, can a pending F1 affect your pending I-130?
Yes.
Banish says, what are the forms you file for your parents as a U.S. citizen?
I-130, I-485, I-765, I-864.
Dawn said her dad filed for her in 2008, and if a DNA is requested and her dad refuses, what can she do?
Nothing.
Okay.
Wow.
We could have, and we should have.
Those questions were so long.
They were long.
They were long.
Who gave you all these long questions?
The people, Brad. The Brad
people?
Squad. The Brad Squad gave us all these long questions.
Brad Squad, we're trying to break a record.
Damn.
Yeah. Just say, Brad, am I going to get a green card? Yes or no? And I'm going to say, I don't know, next. And that's a question.
Dang. It's been a while since we've gotten blown up, though.
That's true.
All right. So what did we miss on the last one?
Oh, here, let me just read that.
Yeah.
Let me read the last one. Joke says, can a friend of 10-year card marry an overstayed girlfriend and file for her to get a work permit?
Can you marry a friend?
Can a friend of 10 years green card marry an overstayed girlfriend and file for her to get a work permit?
No, the friend has to be a lover, not a friend, and a bona fide marriage. And to get the work permit, you need, for somebody who overstayed, you need them to be a citizen.
So, okay. So the friend has to be a citizen in order to file for her.
All right. Comments of the day. I looked at the wrong camera.
Oh man, I was so close. Our very first comment of the day comes from Mami Sila Yang, who was talking about, when we were talking about naming children after celebrities, she had a really good idea, actually. Brad, I'm going to name mine after you.
Oh, I like that.
That's the ultimate honor, right?
That is.
Like,
absolutely.
Yes.
That means you're going to be like the Godfather.
I hope so.
That's a thing.
I hope so.
What would your Godfather voice sound like? Do you have a special Godfather voice?
No.
That sounds pretty special.
That was special.
That was.
Our second comment of the day comes from YouTube, JJ Walker, saying, my wife is sharing your show live with her students in Brazil.
Nice.
That's amazing. All over the world. Love that.
And for our last comment of the day, it's got to be about BradCon 2020. And good thing for Jeff Bosey, we didn't quite get to 500 because he said, I'm still traumatized from the last pool party where Brad was twerking.
That's very fun. That's not so fun.
Jeff, you liked it.
Yeah, he liked
you
it.
did.
You liked it.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We have Pop-Up Friday tomorrow. We're going to be popping up earlier than we usually do, hint, hint, because Belgium Kim has to go to Belgium.
Yeah.
So we are going to pop up even earlier than we normally pop up on Pop-Up Fridays. Just watch and subscribe in order to find out when we're popping up. See you tomorrow. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?